Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Right. I didn't do a video on Monday because you were working on your essay, and I wanted to save it to today so that I could go through kind of the next couple weeks, the last couple weeks of school, how everything's going to go, and all the stuff you've done so far, which is really cool. So, to start it off, I will go through a couple of additional things that I'm putting on the classroom today for some school related stuff that isn't necessarily ELA related, but it is school related. So, number one, as we kind of teased throughout the year, the end of school for 8th grade is really fun. We have that field day, obviously, like we do in 6th and 7th grade. And then we surprise you guys with a slideshow every year. And it's really fun. We bring you into the cafeteria. We all sit together after we've had basically the whole field day, and we send you off after looking at a bunch of pictures of everybody together and listening to some fun songs and just one last thing together as an 8th grade before we send you away to high school. And we can't miss out on that. So this year we're going to try to do it virtually. And of course, you've seen your teachers taking pictures of you all year long, so you're going to be surprised at what you were like at the beginning of the year in some of these photos, which is the best part, and at the end of the year, how you change throughout the year, which is the coolest, funnest part. But additionally, you can submit some photos that you want as well. So we always call this BMS selfie, I believe, the kind of the selfie drive, because we want you to send in pictures, not just of yourself, but you and friends. And I know right now we're kind of reminiscing and sad about not being able to see our friends, so this is the perfect time to get those phones out, go through all those old photos, find your favorites, and send them to this email that we create, or this Google Photos album that we created. So we always ask for selfies and fun friend pictures for you guys to send in, so we can add those into the slideshow too. So on the classroom today, and I'll just keep adding it each week until the end, so that you don't have to keep going back toward this week into the past of the classroom, but you can send those photos and add them into that thing, and we will get them in the slideshow for you, which will be fun. So number one, that was number one. Number two, I also am putting on the link for Miss Hawkins' talent show. So usually Student Council runs the talent show at the end of the year, and it's around April or May, so it's around this time. And it's a lot of fun if you've ever been in it or gone. Mr. Pollard and I ran it 2 years ago, and it was a lot of fun, so we really enjoyed that. She is accepting talent show submissions, not necessarily like auditions, but more of submissions, so I'm going to put that link on there as well. And you might be seeing some of your teachers do a video of something strange as well. Maybe not. Just incentive for you to do it. Maybe I'm doing it, maybe I'm not. We'll see. Okay. If you have siblings, this doesn't really apply to you guys because you're going to high school, but if you have siblings at BMS and they want to apply for Mustang Crew, Miss Wiltsey is sharing the link for that. I'm not putting it on our website or our classroom because none of you can be a Mustang Crew member anymore. You're going to high school. But if you do have a sibling, their teachers should be sharing that. If they don't, just let me know and I'll share the link with you if they're interested. And then yearbooks. I've had a couple questions about yearbooks and I've addressed them individually. But if you are confused or wondering about yearbooks and Chromebooks and how to get to your locker at the end of the year and things like that, we are going to start as a staff figuring out what day or days will be easiest for students to come in and get stuff and clear out lockers and things like that toward the end. As we know, it was announced now that your last day is May 14th, which is a Thursday, which is only a couple weeks away, which is kind of crazy. And I think originally we had thought it was the Friday, May 15th. So after that May 14th, we'll start before that day, but after that day, obviously the last day, there will be some times for you to go in and get stuff from lockers, for teachers to go in and clear out classrooms, and I believe that yearbooks will be available at that time. So if you haven't already bought one, Ms. Coleman said there's quite a few for sale for $25. So if you want to buy one, just email Ms. Coleman or let me know and I can try to get you hooked up with her. So that being said, like I just said, the last day is now May 14th. So originally we were going, when we were in school, we were going to go that next week through, I think, that Wednesday or Thursday. Now we are getting out May 14th, a Thursday. If something is ringing in your head right now and you're saying, wait, something's off here, that would be because our project is due on May 15th. Me just kind of guessing when we were creating some remote learning that we would be ending a week early, or just that we'd have a safe week of leeway. That didn't quite work out. So we're just going to adjust your project due date from May 15th to the day prior, May 14th. I will put that in many, many places. I'll put it in an email. I'll put it on the packet. I will put it on the website. I will change it everywhere I can so that there's no confusion. Obviously, if you turn it in a day late, I'm not turning in grades on May 14th, so don't worry about that. Okay. I will say, going into these last 3 weeks-ish left, this is crazy, of your 8th grade career, wow, do not procrastinate anything. We really, from after this Friday and your last Lit Circle meeting, we're really only focusing on your project. That's all we have left, the essay, the 2 pieces, the short reflections, and then doing the title page, the cover, or the cover page, the dedication page, and the table of contents. So those are really, really easy. They take about 5 minutes. But these next couple weeks, that's really all we have. So don't procrastinate. Try to catch up in these next couple days, and you'll start to feel it kind of, the workload is going to lessen a little bit. So make sure you're just staying on top of things and reaching out when you need help, because I know this is not an easy time, us managing our own time and learning on all different schedules. I know it's tricky. So try your best not to procrastinate those things, but if you need help, reach out and let me know. Okay? All right. I went through the selfie Google Photos. Link is on the classroom. Talent show link is on the classroom. I went through yearbooks, the new last day and the new due date for your project, and today's materials. Okay, so looking back to Monday, since this is midweek, you were working on your final draft for your essay. So last week, you should have done your brainstorm, which was simply you coming up with a personal statement about stereotypes, your own opinion, and how they've affected the world, and then coming up with 3 modern examples, and then 3 historical examples. That was the brainstorm, super easy. Outline, which I provided an example of, was you just simply planning out everything you wanted to discuss in your essay. And then right below that, where it had a little short paragraph, it instructed you to write your first draft there. A lot of you did that. Some of you haven't gotten there yet, but I don't want you to jump that step from outline to final draft. I want you to do outline, write it below it, then do the self-edit, which was Monday, and then when you are ready to do the final draft, which is where you copy it from the outline sheet, paste it into the new document that says, from Monday, that says final draft. So you'll edit it on that. Either one of those is fine, because I can go back and look at it. No big deal. But I also don't want you to think, why the heck did I put all those colors in, and that bold, and that question mark, and that star after you're done editing? I wrote that in a note, I think at the bottom. I said, okay, now go back in and take all of that out, and then copy and paste it into the final draft document. Don't worry about feeling like that was a waste of time. I go into that document that you highlighted and did all the colors and questions and things like that, and I just click File, see Revision History, and I look at everything you did. It's cool. It's like you doing it in a notebook, and then me writing some edits on there, and you writing some edits on there, crossing things out, adding things in, highlighting, marking, all over it, and then writing it on a new blank piece of paper. Same kind of thing, but you don't have to rewrite it. You can literally just take all that out, copy and paste it into the new blank final draft document. But I go back in, and I get to see that progress along the way. So it keeps it clean for you. But don't feel like you just did all that for nothing, and then it says, okay, now take all that off. Don't worry, I actually go in and I look at your process. It's just an easier way for you not to have to do multiple steps. So just don't want you to freak out. Don't worry, I go in and I look at all of your edits. Okay, so that was all for Monday. If you were ready, a couple of you submitted it. It didn't need to be submitted then. It's not due until Sunday. I always do the due dates for the week on Sunday, so you have all week to do everything, which is why I say don't procrastinate. But if you turn it in after that, it's completely fine. It's going to be a piece in the final project anyway, like you've seen. So if you can't get it done until the final project, that's fine. We'll put it into the final project. No big deal. Okay. I'm going to try to wrap this up fast because I don't want this to be over 10 minutes, but I think it might be. I'm going to go fast. Sorry. Oh, some of you have already looked at Monday's materials where I told you I found the Anne Frank video. Yay! I found it. First of all, here's kind of a funny thing. I don't know if I've shared this yet because this is day nearly 50 of staying at home. It was $59 on Amazon to get a streaming and a DVD copy of it, but then I found it somewhere else for free. So all I need you to do, and I know it seems silly, but I write this in the permission slip. I cannot give you the link because it's rated TV 14 for violence. Obviously, it's about the Holocaust, and nudity because they go into a gas chamber. I can't give you the link because it is TV-14 and you're in 8th grade. I know, it's a rule. I'm sorry, I have to follow it. So I just needed your parents to look at the permission slip showing what the rating is, what it's about, why it's rated that way, and they just email me and say, I'm totally fine with my student watching this, and then I send you the link to it. It's pretty cool. It is 3 hours long, I will warn you, because it was a made-for-TV movie, which means it's a series, really. It would have been produced as like a series, like a TV show. But it is really good. It is, honestly, I've seen, I shouldn't say all of the Anne Frank documentaries and movies, but I've seen a lot of them trying to find the best ones. This is the best one. It really is. It covers everything. It covers before they go into hiding, it covers while they're in hiding, which is all of the play, and then it covers everything in the camps. So it is the best, honestly. It's so much, again, saying fun sounds strange, like I told you at the beginning of this unit, watching it in class, because right after reading the play, you get to see so much more than what we just read, which is really cool. But I suggest it. Watch it with your family if you'd like to. I bet they will enjoy it. But if you want to watch that, a couple of you, I think maybe 10 of you I've already shared the link with because your parents emailed and said we would like them to watch that or we're fine with that. Just get them to email me and say that it's totally okay, and I will share it with you. Okay. Looking ahead to Friday. Wait, let me stop. I didn't even go through today's stuff yet. I went through the extras. I went through Monday. I went through the extra links I put on today. Let's go through today. This video, new check-in, and then the only things that I want, I should say it this way, there's nothing due today. There's no thing from today that you're turning in, but today you're starting your project. So I want you to think back to, if you can remember it, and if you need to go back to it, your project contract, where you picked the 2 pieces that you wanted to work on for your project. For example, I could have picked diary entries, short story, political cartoon, and a newsletter, a video production, because I really like video, or a song lyric, a poem, anything like that. So from that list, you picked 2, and you planned out an outline, a timeline of how and when you're going to get each of those done. Again, we're going to focus mostly on the project these next couple weeks. You're going to have a lot of time devoted to it, which is awesome. Today, I want you to start the research process. So one of your pieces has to incorporate your Lit Circle book in some way. The other one does not. It can if you want it to, but it doesn't have to. It can be about the Holocaust. It can involve Anne Frank. It can be about genocide. It can be about persecution. It can be about discrimination, prejudice. It can be about the past. It can be about the present. It can be about anywhere in between that. It is up to you. Just remember that the one thing that has to be included in both pieces, they just need to center around the idea of stereotype. That's it. That can fit almost anything, honestly. There are still project examples from past students on, I believe, last week, Wednesday. And then today, I made another video, a screencast, which is me videoing my screen, my computer screen, of showing you through my website. So that's what I want you to work on today, is just researching. My 2 favorite websites, which are the very first 2 on the helpful sites link. You'll see this in the screencast, so don't feel like you have to remember it. My 2 favorites, the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum, ushmm.org, and the Anne Frank website. The Holocaust Memorial Museum is the most awesome website and museum I've ever been to. If you guys still get to go to DC, those of you that are going, you're going to go there this year. But if you don't get to, I hope that you'll go sometime and get to go to this museum because it is amazing. The website has so much information, more than you can find almost anywhere online. Almost anywhere. There's a lot of good sites out there about individuals during this time, a timeline, the World War II encompassing ideas. There's so much there. There's a lot. But I take you through that website, and then I take you through the Anne Frank website. My favorite part of the Anne Frank website is you get to go through a virtual tour, I know, crazy, of their hiding place, the secret annex, which is the place above Mr. Frank's old business. So that's really cool. I take you through a really brief part of that, but I don't want to spoil it. I want you to go to it on your own. So I'm rambling. We're almost at 15 minutes, guys. Okay, today you're going to research for your project. I do not care if nothing else gets done. I just want you to research and get some knowledge, gather some information of how you're going to do this project and what is the idea that you want to run with. If you go into this thinking, I have no idea what I want to do, perfect. perfect. That's totally fine. The research you do today is going to maneuver you into a place that you know that you're interested in and you want to share and you want to tell about and you want to make it your own, okay? While you're doing that, if you have any questions, shoot me an email, text me on Remind, do whatever you need to do. But if something is confusing or you want to know more about something or you're just not sure where to go, ask. I'm here to help, okay? I might give you a link to a student's project that will help you with that question. I might give you a link to the FAQ, the Frequently Asked Questions document that I put up today that asks a lot of the questions that I know you guys are going to have. And if you go into that document and you notice there's a question that you have that's not on there, tell me that question so I can add it to that for other students as well, okay? So this is really the time of the thought in your head needs to probably be, I kind of have an idea, or maybe I don't have any idea about what I'm going to do with these two pieces I chose. Today's the day to start researching and just let it guide you where it goes, okay? Because what you look at and what you're interested in, that's where it's going to guide you for your project today. That's the best part, because it's all yours. Okay, all right. So Friday will be your last Lit Circle meeting. That's the last time you have to do an individual activity and a group activity. And after that, starting next week, we're just working on a new project for the next couple. So today, again, if you leave today and you're like, great, I did my ELA assignment, but I didn't get anything done, that's okay. All I wanted you to do was explore, okay? Okay. I had a couple questions on the last two check-ins, so I will do those real quick. Dogs or cats? Dogs. Do I like potatoes? They are my favorite vegetable. Whoever asked that, thank you. They are amazing. I had hash browns today, and I think I had French fries yesterday. I like potatoes, so yes, I love potatoes. Favorite genre of music? Sounds cliche, but I really like a lot of music. I don't say I like all music, because I don't like all music, but I really like a lot of music. I like classic rock. I like pop sometimes. Sometimes I'm in the mood for country. I like indie music a lot. That's probably my favorite. There's a time and a place for lo-fi. I like classics. I like a lot. So I don't know if I have a favorite. It depends on my mood and what I'm doing. I have music for working, music for working out. I have music for car rides in the summertime, you know, things like that. So I like a lot. Thanks for that question. That was fun. If not volleyball, what sport? To play? I'm going to go with softball. To watch baseball. I think I already shared my dream vacation, so I'm going to skip that one. Hogwarts or nonfiction book world? Definitely Hogwarts. Swimming or hiking? Swimming, because summer is coming. Can I believe there's only 4 weeks left? No, and I can't even believe there's only 3 weeks left, because now there's only 3 weeks left. This has gone by so fast, but I guess when we look back, it's been a while too. Oatmeal or cereal? Cereal, all the way. I like oatmeal, but I like cereal more. Okay. What is the last day? I already shared that, so great question. May 14th, which is now our new due date for our project. And I think I skipped one. Ooh, favorite home-cooked meal. Anything Thai or Chinese or with noodles or rice, I love that. Yeah. Okay. All right, it's Wednesday. I need to get off of here. Have a good day. Ask me any questions you have.